Hello, so this is Dwaylen Dasher from High Ground Financial Freedom. I'm the CEO and owner. And what I would like to do on this podcast is bring inspirational people, people who have shared knowledge with me. And I feel that it is necessary for them to share some knowledge with my clients and current clients and future clients. So today I want to welcome Ogun Yemi Caraballo, who is a first generation US born Jamaican and New Yorker. So she's an executive policy and program analyst, bringing in over 20 years of executive operations experience. She has a huge passion for business development, medicine, technology, and innovation. She found her niche later on in life in pharmaceutical biotech, supporting institutions like Columbia University, Hospital for Surgery, Special Surgery, Regeneron, Johnson and Johnson, and Daiichi. She took all of that experience and now she has her own LLC, which is called, correct me if I'm wrong, is it OXC LLC, Yemi?
You're correct.
Yeah, where she brings in and leverages all her talents and knowledge for young and older entrepreneurs, people who are trying to do something for themselves. She comes in and cleans it up, and she can also enhance what you currently have. So, Yemi, welcome to my podcast. How you doing today?
I am well. Thank you for having me.
Excellent, excellent. So, what do you want people to know about you that I didn't cover in that introduction?
Well, I think the most important thing about me is that I call myself a connector of people, things, resources. For some reason, I'm just passionate about helping people, being seen, heard, hired, supporting their families in a way that's meaningful. I feel like life is hard, and there are not enough folks that are willing to help others out.
Excellent, excellent. So, what do you how would you compare Jamaica to New York?
Wow. Well, what's interesting is I often think if we built more things out of cement here in New York, it wouldn't fly away.
Okay. All right. I got you. I got you. Built things, more things out of cement.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right.
All
Do
these
they do a lot of use a
houses.
lot of cement in Jamaica?
Say again.
Do they use a lot of cement in Jamaica?
Yes, that's like the foundation of most homes. And I've seen some
Mm,
very beautiful estate homes because cement is essentially clay.
hmm.
So it can be shaped and molded into some really beautiful and intricate shapes.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Good deal. Good deal. Is there anything else you want to share?
No, let's get right to it.
Okay. So I got a couple questions for you. I'm not gonna make them hard. I think you'll do okay with these. My first question is, what are the most common challenges people face when starting a new business, and how can they overcome those challenges?
Hmm. The most common challenges. Huh. It's funny. I would have to say getting out of your own way. One of the biggest challenges in business, uh, business owners face like the inability sometimes for clarity. They have a good idea, but they're unclear about their audience or their message or how they want to deliver real value. That confusion can lead to like burnout and overthinking, and a lot of times getting in your own way.
Okay. And then how do they overcome that? Because you're saying get out of your own way. How do they get out of their own way?
Well, one major way is the fear of being seen, that perfection paralysis, that need to uh, do everything right the first time. I think one of the best ways to overcome that is to get really clear on the three things. Who are you helping? Why it matters? And what you're offering that solves a real problem, right? Um, Sometimes we get really stuck in the hows and the workflow, and we forget about the bigger, broader message.
Mm, excellent. Love it. Love it. And what is the bigger, broader message?
The bigger, broader message is that you have a passion, a desire to create something, and you wouldn't have been given the idea without, you know, finding the or getting the knowledge. So the more you keep to your chest, the more you don't say out of fear, then the least able people are to help you. Someone's advice, no matter how good it is only as good as the information they've been given. So if you're not being transparent, even with the fearful parts, then the information given, the support given is only half, maybe even a quarter.
No,
And
I can attest to that. Thank you for that, because coming out of the military after serving 32 years as a senior non-commissioned officer, a command sergeant major, it was hard to ask for help. It's something that we're kind of bred to just lean in and suck it up and drive on and talk with your counterpart, your commander, or other senior leaders if you have a problem. But when you're a civilian again, after being a soldier, you kind of fall into a weird place where you don't have that team of peers that you can lean on. And I struggled for a couple of months there because I didn't want to ask for help. And like you said, I had to get out of my own way and start soliciting help and knowledge from others. And my company started taking off. So excellent. Thank you. Next question. So can you share some successful marketing strategies that new businesses can implement to attract their first and future customers?
Speaking from experience, I would say become vocal. Stop sharing your dream with only yourself. You're not going to pay yourself for your services, right? You need others to do that. So you need to let people know what you do and how you do it and how you can help, or share a tidbit of information or knowledge that will get that person to the next thing. And sometimes that will come back to you. But I personally, I'm now just starting to work on an advertising campaign in the public media space or social media space rather. And, I've been in business now 3 years, 2 years. So I didn't really require that level of advertising to get going.
Love it. Love it. No, that's good. That's good. I appreciate that. And then my final question to you, Yemi, how has the landscape of marketing changed in recent years, and what trends should new business owners be aware of to stay connected and competitive?
I think marketing has shifted from perfection to connection, just because we've moved from heavy branding and long funnels to like short forms, personal, transparent content. People don't want to be sold to, they want to trust you. And that's the new currency. Here, I can tell you, as a new business owner, be human, share the behind the scenes, talk about the why just as much as you talk about the what. Um, there are trends to look out for, video first content, possibly using AI, community-based selling. But the point is that everywhere there's a person, there's a market.
I love that. Everywhere there's a person, there's a market. Love it. You mind if I steal that from you?
Yeah, you can have it.
Oh, wow. That's good. That's good. I love it. I love it. And finally, before we go and close, what do you want some of my listeners to know? What do you about Yemi, the takeaway? What do you want them to know about Yemi?
I am a unique mind in the sense that I've done a lot of hands-on work. I sometimes I look back at my resume and I can't figure out how I had the time to have that job, whether it was waitressing or executive assistant or running studies for a major pharmaceutical like there. Every experience is a great experience. And even when it's a horrible experience, understand that it's a great experience. I have learned and grown more from the word no than I have from a yes.
Mm.
So I would say that, in working with me, I like to be honest about the hurts and pitfalls that happen. You can call it an impact assessment. You can call it a risk analysis. But at the end of the day, I think being uh, aware and ready to face the problems first is what most people need help with. We've learned as a society to hide from the hard things, to dip and dodge things for as long as we can to avoid the stress of it. But that just makes the stress more. I find that when you put a name to the beast, it's no longer scary. So, if a person is in a mind block or in a development mode or just tired of talking, and all they want to do is gripe. The devil's in the details, and you'd be surprised how you already know the next thing in that state of fear, panic, or distress. So, one of the things about me is I like to see people get to that next level from there, because that's just a point in time. That's not forever.
I love it. Thank you. Excellent. Excellent. And you have helped a couple of my clients, and I appreciate that. And I look forward to you helping a lot more. And they all say the same thing. First, they say Yemi doesn't play. Yemi leans in. She expects a lot, but they appreciate that because your passion comes through. And it's not about you. Your passion is to see others succeed. They love that you are that passionate about them and their growth and their excellence. Again, Yemi doesn't play. So thank you for giving us all these tidbits and your knowledge, and thank you for your time. And I look forward to working with you in the future.
Thank you. Same here, Dasher. Thank you for having me.
All right, take care.
Take care.
Bye bye.